So, I'm Jason.
I'm Kate.
Okay, or Mrs. H, as I like to call her, and she likes to call me loads of other things.
Not repeatable, but not suitable for this, just in case children are watching. Or in fact, some young adults.
Yeah, most young adults, to be honest, some of the things she calls me. Anyway, we've decided to do this because the same questions keep getting repeated and repeated, and we keep getting asked them, and we're answering them all the time. So we decided to put this together just so people are aware that the same questions don't come up. So we're going travelling. We've took 12 months. We're both retired, or we've decided to retire.
Yeah.
We're 52, and we've decided to spend 12 months travelling. We've got a plan of where we're going, but we'll go through that in a while. So if you want to ask any questions, just ask any questions. It's cool. This has got to be interactive. We have no idea how to do this, have we?
No idea. I've never done it before, as you can probably tell, and I'm not the most talkative. So I'm going to really try and tell you everything that I think. But it doesn't come naturally.
And it's hard because we've no idea. We don't know what we're doing. We do the videos like everybody else, and that's it. So we'll try. We've got a GoPro, we've got a drone, and we're going to have a bash.
Yeah, we're going to try and document where we go, what we do.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah. And if there's any suggestions, give us the suggestions. Like I said, we have no idea. So one of the first questions we got asked is, what made you decide to travel? Now, for me, I've always wanted to travel. I love travelling. I love seeing new places. I love meeting new people. I love hearing other people's stories, because there's some amazingly interesting people. There's some amazingly interesting places to go and see. And then over the last few years, it's become I have become very aware I'm not going to live forever. None of us are, whether we like it or not. And we've had some very close people pass away. And I know that sounds a bit dark and deep and meaningful, and don't mean it that way at all. It just makes you appreciate that you've got a life, so just enjoy it. Just go for it. Just enjoy it. What about you, pal?
So for me, I think I've always loved travelling. Always loved travelling. So we've always gone on holidays. And to be fair, this has been Jason's dream. I would have considered a while ago moving abroad and working abroad, but I'd never really considered stopping everything and going travelling. So it was Jason's dream, and I bought into it. if I'm really honest. But Jason's right, mortality, this has been in the thinking now for probably 5 years, 10 years. Longer for you, but for us as a couple, probably over 5 years.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree with you. And then I think it got to a point in our lives we decided, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Let's not talk about it. It's great to talk about it, but if you don't do it, then basically you just fuck her up.
Yeah.
You're just talking the big I am. So we're doing it.
Our original intention was to do it when we were 50, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my dad passed away, and my mum was still living, and we couldn't leave because we were looking after her. So now's the time, 52.
Yeah. So
start the rest of our lives.
We're a couple of years behind where we wanted to be, but a couple of years behind rather than not at all. Far happier at that. And we're doing it. We're not talking about it, we're doing it. Where are we going and why?
I'm over to you on this one.
Right. So what we decided when we've got a little bird here. There's a little bird just turned up.
Oh yeah.
Bugger off. Thank you.
Wants to get in.
There's a multitude of places I wanted to visit, which you always saw on David Attenborough. You always saw on David Attenborough on, the programmes you used to watch, Natural World, when you were a kid, and you thought, I'll never visit there, and it was just somewhere else, and it was somewhere far flung. And then as time moved on, you get to a point, maybe there's a possibility, and then we have travelled along.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So what we did, I always knew there was 20 places I wanted to go to. So then we started chatting about it, and it got a real chat. It got to be, well, you pick 10 places, I'll pick 10 places, and if there's alignment, they're a definite. If there's non-alignment, we'll have a discussion, and we'll have a look at where, what, and when.
And to be fair, some of the places that we're going to, we've been before as tourists.
Yeah.
But now we want to go and experience it as if we're living there.
We're not
for longer periods.
We're not going to be tourists. We're not backpacking. but we're not tourists.
Yeah.
We're not stopping in 5-star hotels, and that's what we've done in the past. So, quick overview. We've had a wind down month in the Canaries. By the way, this introduction was meant to be done back in the UK about 4 months ago, but we've been that busy, and I mean busy, that we're now in the Greek islands, and this is the first time we've got to do it. So I'd say I apologise, but I enjoyed it, so I'm not apologising. So we went from the Greek islands up to Athens over to Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, China, Japan, South Korea, Philippines, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga. Then we were going to do Java, Papua New Guinea, but the civil unrest. Then back over to Australia, over to South Africa. South Africa, we've been told to go to Namibia, then to Madagascar, then back to South Africa, over a long flight over to the Galapagos, back towards South Africa, which will give us a connection up to India, Tibet, Nepal, back to India, and then back home for a cup of tea. That's the plan as it stands, but it's very fluid.
Albeit one you've missed, which is one of my most important ones, is Hong Kong.
I said China.
Okay, I'll give you that.
See how she pulls me? I don't know if you noticed, but on the news, China's got given back to Hong Kong's got given back to China. Well, it's not.
Okay.
It's
okay.
not.
I'll give you that.
So thank you. See, this will come up a lot where she tries correcting me for stuff, and invariably she'll be wrong. Right. So that's an idea. But if you can think of any more places we should visit, or if you've got any experience of places, or a heads up on a place, give us a shout. It's got to be interactive, otherwise it's not going to. It will work, but we prefer for you guys to get involved.
And it's really fluid. We met somebody yesterday, didn't we, who live in Australia, but they're from South Africa, and they said, why don't you go to Namibia?
Yeah.
And we never even thought about it. So.
And they were saying that's the most sensational place to go. I do apologise about myself. We're just grunging at the moment, just chilling out. So if I look like a scruffy hobo, I don't care.
No, you look alright.
Thank you. See, again, she's lying. So that's where we're going and why. Now, we got asked a question a multitude of times of what's it going to cost. Now, I'm not going to go into the breakdown costs of everything, and I'm also not going to give an overview of the full budget. I think that'd be unfair. I think it'd be unfair on us, and some things have got to be kept quite private, because we don't know where we're going to end up, and if somebody else watches this and they think we've got hundreds of thousands of pounds in a rucksack, we can put ourselves at risk. I hope you understand that. But we will give you the heads up, and as we move on, we'll tell you how much we've spent in areas, what we believe is value, what we believe isn't value. Remember, this will be our take on it. It's the money, our money we're spending, nobody else's money, it's our money. Now, whatever opinions we give on what we spend are our opinions. Other people could disagree completely, and that's cool, and I respect that. I respect someone else's opinion. Doesn't mean we always have to agree. Yeah. And anybody who does not,
you're saying that your opinion isn't right?
Oh no, I didn't say it wasn't right.
I've got this on video.
I just wanted to make
no,
other people
it's
aware.
fine. It's fine. Your opinion isn't always right. Got it. Carry on.
Okay. How do I edit that then? I'm gonna cut that out. Mate. Of course I'm right. I'm always right. God phones me and asks me for advice. So we will give you the heads up. We will give you some indicative figures of how much we've set aside, but this is just the introduction. But we'll go through that later. Have you got anything to add to that?
Not in terms of budget, no, not in terms of how much we've. I think we'll probably, as time goes on, give you a bit of a view of how we made an assessment.
Yes.
You can put your own figures to it, but how we made our own assessment of what we thought it might cost us.
Yeah, I mean that's quite easy. It's quite open, isn't it? So, where are you looking forward to going to most?
2 places for me.
Look at
so
them.
there's a. I'm looking forward to going everywhere, but I think for me, I spent time in Hong Kong. I went to school in Hong Kong, so I'm looking forward to going back to Hong Kong to see things, and I'm looking forward to Tonga, because it's the only place that you can swim with blue whales in the sea, and that's what I really. Is it blue whales? Humpback whales, blue whales.
Yeah, whales.
With whales.
With whales.
And they're the 2 places I really, really, really wanted to go. So they're mine.
Mine, if I'm honest, I don't have a favourite. I don't have somewhere I'm looking forward to most. every place. God, it sounds so tepid, this answer. But every place has got different things I want to see. We've come to the Greek islands. I've been here before sailing, and Kate hadn't been here. So we've come here. You like it, don't you?
Beautiful.
And I just wanted to come here to see it again and see it with Kate. Because the last time I wasn't with Kate, and it was... I wanted to say, hey, look at that. No, I didn't miss you. No, don't go down there. See, she's got to turn it into Fluffy. It's not the Waltons.
Can I just say that we went away for our wedding anniversary. We came home a day, and he said, Kate, there's a sailing trip going in the Greek islands. And the next day he jumped on a plane and came sailing, and then he says he missed me.
I never said I miss you. You've just said I miss you. And you interrupted me. Excuse me, I'll start again. Anyway, as I was saying, there's nowhere I'm looking forward to most. We're in the Greek islands. I'm enjoying this. I wanted Kate to see it. Are you going to interrupt again? Can I carry on?
No, carry on.
Thank you. But I don't think there's anywhere I'm really looking forward to more than anywhere else. I'm really looking forward to every place. But remember, I've been doing this for 15 years, so every place I've wanted to go, I've investigated. There's place in Australia, there's place in New Zealand, there's place in Fiji, there's place in China, there's place in, Vietnam. It's not just a quick thing where I've thought, oh yeah, let's go there. I've literally not been obsessed with it, but it's been my comfort blanket to look at these things. I haven't been obsessed with it. Right, can you foresee, one of the questions what came up, is can you foresee any problems or situations or any struggles and how you're going to deal with them? For me, I think we're going to have the everyday problems. We're going to fall ill, we're going to get a cold, we're going to eat something or drink something which is a bit dodgy, and the results what come from that. We've been together long enough and we've been through enough struggles that we're okay in them situations. If something gets serious, we get flights, we'll go home and reset. That's my take on it. What about you?
I don't know. I think we'll come across challenges, whether it's we can't wash our clothes somewhere, or we can't get some medication that we need, or tea bags and milk. We've already had those dramas already. But I think for struggles, true struggles, we'll just deal with it when it comes. I don't actually foresee any.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no.
No, and anything, like I said,
Jason's got a tool bag, so normally any problems that we've got, Jason solves them.
Yeah. Only person to go to India with an electric screwdriver.
That's not a lie.
I thought we might need it. But we're all right. We have settled heads and stuff like that. We don't have dramas. If we have a problem, we get our heads together and we solve it. We're all right like that. And we've done that all the time we've ever been together, and we've been together over a quarter of a century. And so it's not the first. We're going to come across struggles and problems. We'll address them. That's it. But any problems and struggles we come across,
we'll share.
We'll share. We're not going to. It's not going to be all bikinis and gin and tonics, because I don't like gin and tonics. And if you wear a bikini as a fella, you can have problems. But it's not going to be that. Okay. I'm 52. I'm overweight. You're going to see me with no t-shirts on. I'm fat. I'm sorry. Okay. No, I'm not sorry. I enjoyed every moment. So it's not going to be that. But it's just going to be real. And with interaction, I think that's better. I like watching the stuff on YouTube. There's real people doing real things, rather than the influencer kind of affair. I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Yeah. No. I think from the ones we've watched where other people have done something like this, the far more interesting ones are the reality ones, the real ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rather than the pimping and preening. And to be honest with you, we're not pimping and preening type of people, really, are we? Well, I'm not.
I struggle to brush my hair in the morning. I'll have a shower and say, I can't be bothered brushing that. I look like a Fraggle anyway, so. But if you have a look at me, I'm super pretty, so I just get away with it. Right, how much planning did it take? We've already touched base on that a little bit. The planning to where to go was quite easy. We decided, like I said, we both hit 10 places. If 6 of them aligned, they're a definite. Discuss the other ones, then go back and re-look. Then we just scribble them down, and we said, how long do we want to spend on each place? 7 days in that place. It's only a small island. 3 days in that place, like Singapore, 3 or 4 days. You've been to Singapore before, 3 or 4 days you're done, you've seen it, and then move on. When we get to Vietnam, Cambodia, I think we've got 30 days and 30 days. So once we put the times against, I actually bought a big map and stuck it up, put it up on the wall, and just put pins in where we're going, and then a piece of cotton giving us the route. In fact, I've got a video of it. I'll put it on here. I'm in a white vest. Deal with it. But have a look how we planned it. And once we got that together, and how many days, we kind of had a full idea of how long it was going to take us.
Yeah.
Because we had no set in stone that it was going to be 12 months. It could have been 2 years. It could have been 4 years.
Yeah. And it's still not set in stone. Even this first few weeks, we found it's quite fluid. We thought we'd spend 3 days somewhere, and we actually decided to spend 4. So we're not booking our next accommodation or our next travel until we've actually got to the place where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now that leads on to
The only caveat on that is
China.
the visas.
Yeah. So that leads on to visas. The only constraints we've got with all the countries that we're going to was China. We had to get the visa in the UK, and everything else are e-visas, and you seem to have to apply to them in the country that you're travelling from before you get there. So it'll be as soon as we get. So for example, with the next place we are going is Singapore.
Yeah.
So we'll get the visas within a few days, won't we, before we go?
But we'll do another thing on the planet, how we planned it. If you want us to, if you tell us, yeah, show us how you planned it, we'll do a proper one. This is just an overview, it's an introduction, and it's going on now. I'm getting bored, so you must be proper bored. Right, so moving on. What made you decide to record your travels and use social media and upload it for others to see it? Wow. I don't know who asked that question, but there's a few people asked it, but uncomfortable question. One, we're not good on social media. We don't really know how to use it. We're not au fait with all that, but we're going to try. So we've got a drone, we've got a GoPro, we've got some cameras. It's going to be terrible to start. We've got to learn, but we're willing to learn.
Yeah, and to be fair, the drone and the GoPro and all that was what you used when you were fishing, snorkeling. But you've not got it just for this, have you?
No, I had them anyway, but I don't use them a lot. I don't know how to use them. It's not like you're going to get super duper drone footage, what looks professional. You're not. And I do say you'll see my fat face sat there with a pair of glasses and the controller. But at least it's real, I'm being honest. Why have you uploaded it for others? Primarily, my mum and dad, my parents, the children, and some friends who said, well, keep in touch. It's very different than when we were young. We were in India, you used to have to go and use a public phone, and people would say, what's the weather like? Now you can see what it's like, you can see what we're doing, and I think it's a good thing. It's not going to be great, we'll learn as we go along. The first few videos, I hope you can forgive us that they won't be the greatest. I hope we get better. If we don't, tell us we don't. If you've got an experience doing it, show us, tell us, please. We're not that good at it.
No, not at all.
How often are you going to post stuff? Right, this is an ambiguous one. People have said, if you're in a place for 7 days, are you going to post something for that place, or are you going to do one every week? Well, one every week, because I'm not that great on the editing yet. It takes me quite a while to edit something. Do I want to give a day up a week if we're travelling to a place for 3 days? I don't want to work back it. You're going to have to work with us on that, and we'll see. If we're in Vietnam for 30 days, I don't want to do one after 30 days. All the amazing stuff might happen in the first 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll fall into a system where it works properly. Yeah?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if we commit to something and then fail, I think that's not good for anybody, is it? So we'll just have to play it by ear, I think.
I don't like committing to anything. Yeah. It keeps moving forward. Have you noticed it keeps moving back and forward like that? So if I've got to edit this after, you'll have this jolting. One of the questions is, when you come across places, are you going to give tips and tricks or the heads up on stuff at the place you're going to visit? And it was a young lady called the girl who said, are you going to do the good, bad and the ugly? Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. You're going to see it all. You'll see us laughing, you'll see us crying, you'll see us sick, you'll see us laughing again, you'll see Kate beating me with a stick. That's regular. Now that's 9 questions, and there was a 10th question, but there was 1,010th questions, so I'm going to leave it to you. You ask the questions. Ask whatever questions you want. We're going to be super honest with you. Okay. Now, obviously, there are going to be some personal questions that might come up. We may not feel that comfortable at this time answering. That doesn't mean we're disregarding your question. It means we're still a married couple, and we've all got a private life. And I don't mean it in any kind of naughty manner, but the budget and things like that. But feel free to ask any question you want. Feel free to ask a question. Are you going to give tips, tricks?
Yes, definitely. I think we might end up doing some separate posts for the ladies, because there are loads of things from a woman's point of view that probably won't be interesting to everybody. But any women that are looking to travel, I think there's a few things actually that are already, weeks in. So I might do something separate.
Yeah. And it'll be posted on here, and Kate can put on Kate's for the ladies only. But yeah, we're gonna give it the heads up as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And regarding the planning, and regarding the visas, not just the beach to go to. You see a lot of videos, and there's nice footage of a beach, or there's nice footage of a restaurant inside of a restaurant, but nobody tells you how to get there. Nobody tells you the taxi costs you 3 times the amount. Nobody tells you that if you say, one of the big tips we found over the years, as you arrive at an airport, and I'm just using this as an example, you arrive at an airport, the taxi driver will say, first time in this country, can be any country, call it India, first time in India, as soon as you say yes, the price doubles. If you say no, I've been here 3 or 4 times before, been here regular, the price will stay down because they know you know the dance. And there's a tip. Anybody says, is it the first time in the country? No. Say you've got friends here. No, I have got friends in this country. Oh no, I've been here before, I have family who live here.
On the same vein for a taxi, Jason uses that one, which I totally agree with, and I always do. Oh, come a different way than we did last time. And 9 times out of 10 they'll say, oh yes, there's roadworks this way or there's something, but it just gives them an idea that you...
Sounds like we're condemning taxi drivers. I'm just using that as an example. That's just an example. It can be anybody. It can be in a restaurant, it can be on the beach, it can be anywhere. So that's a tip. What I said, we'll give to other people is just be cute about it. And if there's somewhere we're going and you've been, give us a heads up, give us some tips, because some of the places we haven't been. And if it's somewhere we've been to in the past, in fact we'll put a list up at some point, some of the places we've been to in the past. And if we can help you with any of them places, cool. It's a network, it's interactive. I sound so modern. Anyway, on that note, I think we're kind of done, aren't we? I think we should go and have a beer at that beer bar.
You're getting there and tidy the room.
See what I mean? Yeah, when she means tidy the room, she means take your shirt off. Right,
No, go
see
for
you.
a beer.
See, I got to go for a beer.
He got his way in the end. That's how our life goes.
Right, see you all soon. Take care. It's been a pleasure for you. Right, see you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.